Hello, hello. Sorry about the tardiness of me showing up today. 10 a.m., 2 p.m., or 10 p.m. every day for 365 consecutive days, usually by live stream like this to you. But sometimes, like yesterday, having to pre record a video to share with you. So, today, I want to talk about visibility and this myth about the masses. And I think this is an important thing to share because in many of the online spaces that I'm in, and this usually affects more people in the online space, although when I meet people offline as well, they often talk about this or refer to this as well. And it's this myth, it is a myth that you can only successfully let people know about your business if you've got a massive, massive audience. Now, in some industries and for some people, that will be true. So, for example, if your business model is that you're selling a more low ticket thing to lots of people, so maybe you've got a membership site, or maybe you have a kind of like a small ebook, or even if you're an author, actually, the more people you can create in your audience, the more people you can essentially sell it to, which means that your visibility strategy needs to be different. And, social media is one way to share what you do. Going online is another way to share what you do. But if you've ever kind of struggled with the notion of being visible and this kind of thought that you have to have like a massive audience, a massive presence, maybe be known worldwide, maybe even be famous or something like that, then today's video is going to be just for you. So I'm going to start by sharing a story, and forgive the shaky camera. I saw this lovely spot and I thought, what a gorgeous backdrop. I'll shoot from here, and hopefully the a gazillion different greens you can see behind me will give you a sense of calm for your Monday, which is the day that I'm streaming this, Monday morning to be exact. So, a couple of things that I want to share about this. Often, when people are putting their offers out, when businesses are putting their offers out, even when speakers and coaches are putting their offerings out into the world, they often start by building or thinking that they have to build a huge audience. Now, of course, audience building is important, and if that's something that you're aspiring to do, then definitely check out the June offers that I'm offering, the June specials, because I can take you through the audience, business, and credibility system that almost precedes the overarching visibility vibe system that I created back in 2010 and is now copyrighted. And this will help you look at where to build your audience and how to build it first. And, even if you are, say, like an author or you have a membership site, looking to build your audience to the first 100 people does have some benefits. But I want to share a story with you about being at the beginning of something and building something, because I think it demonstrates why it's not always the first place to start. And it feels exposing because, I'm streaming live to you from the side of this beautiful spot here over to my LinkedIn page, which a lot of my professional connections hang out over there. A lot of the corporates that I've worked with and some, that I have helped over the years are over there. People that have even worked with me before I started this business over there. And then on YouTube, this is the World Wide Web. So anybody on YouTube, if you go over to you can see there at 𝗙𝗶𝗶, and type that into the YouTube search bar, you will find me. You'll find my channel. I'd love it if you subscribed, by the way, while you're there. And then for those of you who are either have been following me for a long time, and some of you that are new that are hopping on to follow me over on my Facebook page, which is at Visibility Vibe without the S on the end, you'll find me there. It's 𝗙𝗶𝗶, the Queen of Being Seen, as it says there. It's exposing to share parts of yourself online in this way. You never know who's going to pick it up. It's permanently out there, and it's something that people tell me they struggle with all the time. But this myth of having, massive visibility in order to be successful is a myth. It's a story. So back in 2000, I think it was 2016, around 8 years ago or so, I was often asked about how I could be so calm on video. And to be honest with you, it didn't start off that way. My first few forays into doing videos, I thought I had to be very professional. So I wore my suit with my, 𝗙𝗶𝗱 shirt and my cufflinks. Had my hair tied back and spoke almost in staccato like this, very professional. And my voice had to sound like it was filled with gravitas. And it was a painful experience. I felt nervous doing the videos. I felt that I had to hit some sort of perfection level doing the videos. And I just didn't feel like me. And then I took a few video courses, and whilst they were great and they showed me the kind of the technical elements of it, I wanted something that was going to help me be able to stand here. We've had dog walkers walking past, we've had people taking their kids out, we've had people, looking out their windows thinking, what is she doing there? In order to be able to show up and speak to you normally, this is my normal speaking voice. I really wanted to show others how to do this too. So I started off with an inner circle, which were a group of people that were already working with me in different areas of visibility. And I started off by saying, let's put a video out there every day. Let's get ourselves out there more every day. Because, yes, I create videos, but I also train, I consult, I speak, I do a mixture of things. But let's pick this one thing, because it's the smallest thing that I'm noticing actually makes the biggest difference. So when they all kind of like, well, some reluctantly joined and some said, yeah, I'm going to do this. We only aimed just to do a video every day for 5 days. And what I very quickly found was that people felt like some way about it. They felt uncomfortable. They told me they didn't know what to say. So after that first week, I realised there were certain elements of things that people needed to know to be able to put themselves out there. Now, I had already created the visibility vibe system, which is the 5 key pillars to putting yourself out there. So if you want to know more about how that works, or how you would work with me privately, which a lot of people prefer to do, let me know. There are a couple of different routes that you can take, and it depends on what you're looking for. But people were going through and wondering what to do. So I decided to set up something that I originally called the video game, and I lovingly to this day refer to as the video game, because who wants to be challenged? Who wants to jump into something where they feel they're going to be challenged? Yes, you want to grow. Yes, you're already out of your comfort zone in some elements. And all you want to do is get better at something, not struggle with stuff, not have to worry about things, and not have it feel so painful. So we started the video game, or I started the video game. Now, here's the rub. At the time, I had a handful of people join it, a handful of people who were actually from all over the world. Definitely under 20, definitely under 20. And they joined it. They went through each day, and by the time they got to day 3 or day 4, they loved it. So why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because most people would say, oh, but I have to have hundreds, or maybe I should do something like this and shouldn't charge for it, so that people can taste the cheese like they do at the supermarket. And hopefully they'll see how great I am and they'll come and work with me. And in my experience, actually, all that does is it erodes at what you feel is your credibility. So it's not a strategy I actually recommend for many people. So it's actually better to start off with low numbers to no numbers and grow gradually than, throw money at all the different ways you can throw money at, so that you just get like thousands and thousands of people. Because what I found after that, 12 days, I actually ran a 1-day workshop. And I think everybody bar 2 people joined, and 2 of them that didn't join, I think they couldn't make it physically. One of them was at a time zone that was extraordinary. Another person was at a time zone, and they actually joined us at 4 a.m., which blew my mind. But those, like, again, by this point, there's like, again, under 20 people, possibly even under 10 people that joined the workshop. And then from that, a few more decided to take their next step. They were creating online courses. They knew that they had to make videos to go out online. Someone else wanted to make videos for their website. Somebody else just said, I really feel uncomfortable putting myself out there in this way. And this is the piece that I really need to nail, the video piece. other people said, I want to get out there and be speaking, and other people generally wanted to be visible. That was it. They wanted to be even more visible. So as they began to kind of look at this and put themselves out there, I realised at the end of this, and you've got to remember that I am a business, I'm a business owner, just like many of you. Some of you are founders and look after people in teams. But ultimately, what happened was at the end of that, with just that low numbers, not only did I have kind of like raving fans and people that recommended me, I created opportunities and I created cash flow too. And this is something that people forget. So when it comes to audience building, yes, it is great to build your audience, and yes, it becomes important. But how you do it, it's almost like grow it organically. Grow it with people that actually love what you do. So instead of going for your first 1,000 or 10,000 people on your list, or on that follow you on social media, wouldn't it be better to go for the first 10 people who actually love and enjoy what you do? They're happy to pay for your services and your products. They're happy to do the work and watch your videos. They're happy to tell other people about you. And as in my case, and a lot of people that I work with, they stick around. They come back, they buy from you multiple times again, and they recommend people to you. It's almost like not a day goes by all of these years later where I don't get tagged in a post, or somebody showcases my work or shares what I do behind closed doors. And to me, this myth that you have to have a massive audience is what's harming people's ability to be visible, their ability to go out there. So let's look to proactively grow so that the people who need what you do see you. And if that's 10 people over 10,000 people, then that's great because you've got the right people in front of you. Let's have a look at how we can build our businesses, or the person's business that you might work for, to actually optimize the opportunities that you have. So that you get to serve the people who really need what you do. You get to serve the people who would benefit from what you do because they're currently worried about something. They're maybe not sleeping. They're up at 3 a.m. panicking about something. Maybe they're grappling or struggling with how to do something in a certain way. Maybe they don't believe they can do it in the way that they would love to. Maybe they're looking to grow and kind of put themselves out there, but there's something that stops them, and it's the thing that you do. And I come across people that do wellness, work with wellness and mental health. I work with people who work with menopause and menopause awareness, people who are LGBTQ plus advocates and allies, people that help other people to understand situations and circumstances that they just, have never seen. People that work with helping you increase your sales, people that work with you increasing your money. I worked with somebody at the beginning of this year and last year who helps you to increase your revenue. So if you're a SME and your revenue has slightly been declining, how to turn that around so your revenue rises as well. And this guy was doing this for like multi-billion-dollar businesses as well as one-man band businesses too. So, people that help teachers, people who help you to find out who you are within yourself so that you can live a better life. And you might be juggling a business, family, kids, and all sorts of things. The people in my world that have been in my world for years who help people with grief, they're counsellors. There are all sorts of really brilliant people waiting to, get out there for you. Even had somebody that went through, this program years later who helps people with their anti-money laundering processes. There's a wide plethora of people out there that you can help. And if you don't optimize your opportunity to serve, to show up in the highest level, to be visible, whether you do that on video or from a stage or even from a page in writing, then you're not able to serve the world in the way that I know that you're supposed to and would love to. And I just want to finish this by saying, in terms of credibility and you feeling that to be credible, you have to be professional. To be professional, you have to sound a certain way, look a certain way. To be professional, you have to have a massive audience. That's not true either. to be credible, you have to be unapologetically you. Unapologetically you. You have to show up on a regular basis. You have to ignore or do something. I say ignore, but that's not the best strategy. Do something about those little voices in your head that tell you that you shouldn't be doing it. You look funny, you sound funny, no one's going to pay attention. You know, you don't have a good strategy, you don't have a team. All of these myths that people buy into, which stops them from being visible. That's not you. So if you catch this and you would love to jump in on a June special with me, send me a message with June special, or have a look around wherever you're consuming this, and you'll see the details. But if not, send me a message with June special and I'll send you the details of that. This is a way to actually work with me privately, just for 60 minutes, and to stop you from being in what I like to nickname vibination, and start to get you back out there. So for many of you, you do go out there, but you're inconsistent with it. And you think that, well, the only way is for me to grow my numbers to an exponential rate, and then people will take me seriously, or then people will buy from me, then people will take my business seriously, then people will take my team seriously. And that way, with this big audience, I'll be visible. And that's not true. So if this is you, contact me. But your thing for today is, like, what out of the things that I've shared here can you take and do something with? I often refer to this as a leverage point. What can you do today from many of the things that I've offered that's actually doable for you today? And for many of you, that's just to make a decision to do. That's it. It might be make a decision to walk ahead, make a decision to do something. But what can that be for you? Rhetorical question. You don't have to post below, but you can if you want to, and be publicly accountable. Thank you so much for watching. This is day 21, third week of 365 consecutive days. Thank you to all of you that have supported, loved, shared, and all the other things in between, and subscribed and all of that, and connected. I adore you. Happy Monday to you. Bye for now.